are those who seek power over nature itself. Beneath the shadow of an evil, a new enemy has arisen. Here, on this island, they had no idea of what they would unleash.
Propeller makes rainstorm of me!
Oh yeah, monkey time.
This is how sausage is made.
Make your peace, Hellspawn. I am coming for you.
Get the season pass now. 4 DLC packs, 1 great price.
Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and welcome to Zetsubou No Shima, the new zombies map that we're going to be getting with the Eclipse DLC. This trailer was released by Treyarch actually yesterday, but I did not make a video of it yesterday because yesterday was also the day that I released one of the biggest videos I released of 2016, so I didn't want to bury that video with another trailer video, so I decided to push it back until today, and hopefully it was well worth the wait. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this trailer looks amazing. So of course, this is going to be the third zombies map that's going to be added to Call of Duty Black Ops 3. We're going to be going back to the island that was Numa from Call of Duty World at War was actually set on, which is definitely amazing because in my own personal opinion, Numa was the best zombies map of all time. Mob of the Dead was great, but going back to it, Numa, just I have so many great memories on that map. I love Numa. It's my favorite zombies map of all time. So to have a map that's going to be kind of similar, but of course completely different, is definitely going to be pretty cool. I wanted to point out some really cool things you guys may have missed while looking at this trailer initially. Number one, I think this is one that a lot of people have already pointed out, but still, it's definitely worth hammering home. Supply drop weapons. What is up with this? Are we going to be able to actually play with the HG40, the Marshall 16, and the MX Grand on this map, or are those just going to be weapons that are going to be exclusive to people that actually have them unlocked in the multiplayer? How much of a kick in the teeth would that be if that were the situation? But they did show, of course, our heroes here, our zombies characters, running around with these supply drop weapons. In this zombies trailer, that says to me that's probably going to be available in the map, which may be a little bit of damage control on the part of Treyarch, because they know not everyone's going to actually have access to these weapons in the multiplayer, but if everyone has access to play on them in zombies, then maybe people wouldn't care as much, right? So that's definitely interesting, but regardless, HG40, Marshall 16, MX Grand, we saw all of those here in this trailer. One's going to assume they're going to be able to be upgraded, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they're going to be doing with those weapons, as well as somebody who doesn't have these weapons whatsoever in the multiplayer. I think it's going to be cool to actually be able to run around with them for a change, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. The next thing I want to point out, of course, is going to be this little secret underground lair, essentially. You see that 9 up there? That's actually for Division 9. Now, I'm always super hesitant to say, oh, this could be this, or this could be that, because I'm really not that big of a zombies guy. I don't know too much about the lore and the backstory, or even what in the heck is happening with zombies here in Black Ops 3. Like, I know there's an entire overarching story that's happening right now. A lot of people have no idea what's going on. I'm not one of those people. I have no idea. But they did mention during the reveal live stream for the Eclipse DLC that Division 9, which I don't even know who Division 9 is that like Group 935? I have no idea. Division 9 has gone back to the island of Numa, and they're trying to control nature itself, essentially. That's what they're trying to do. And they also said that we're going to see what happens when bad people mess with the fundamentals of nature, which we're going to see some more examples of that throughout this video. But yeah, Division 9, it looks like they got all these people, or maybe even zombies in pods. There's definitely some plants and like some vines and stuff like that growing in there as well. It's definitely interesting looking, very creepy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what that's all about. But again, not a story guy. I have no idea what's happening story-wise. I'm sure it makes perfect sense lore-wise as to what's happening here, but for me, it's like, I have no idea, guys. Speaking of controlling nature, nature is going to play a big part in this map, of course. You have these plants here, which apparently are going to be grabbing zombies. Like, look at this, for example. A zombie's running by, the plant just goes ahead and grabs them. Then you have this giant, gross-looking thing, honestly, coming out of the ground. It's like, what is this, plants versus zombies? So I'm interested to see how the foliage, essentially, is going to be playing into this map. That's definitely going to be pretty interesting because, you know, who knows? Maybe this is going to be stuff that we can activate. Maybe it's something you have to look out for. Like, for example, that plant that grabbed a zombie, does it only grab zombies or can it grab me? These are things I need to know. So I need to definitely take a look at that when we can actually have access to this DLC. I'm definitely looking forward to that. But it appears to be interesting. Once again, this entire idea of they're trying to control nature. Nature's not exactly working out for them, and it's definitely going to be a pretty interesting looking map. Speaking of nature and the elements and whatnot, underwater combat. That's definitely going to be pretty interesting. We saw a couple of examples in this trailer of underwater combat. One was like kind of like a mechanic to get from one end of the map to the other, where essentially it was like kind of shooting through a tube, it looked like. And then there was another example where you actually just jumped underwater, and there were zombies that were down there, and so were you, and you were shooting these guys. One has to assume that when you're moving underwater, you're not going to be moving that fast, and it's definitely going to... I'm feeling underwater zombie mechanics aren't going to work out in your favor. Like, I don't think it's going to be very advantageous for you to hang out underwater for the majority of the time and occasionally pop back up for air or something like that. Because I have a feeling, like, zombies are probably going to be able to move quick down there. You're going to be slowed down. I feel as though it's going to be an area that you're not going to want to be in, but it's still going to be a cool mechanic nonetheless, because have we seen underwater zombies before? Perhaps. I don't know. Again, I haven't been playing a ton of zombies here in Black Ops 3 as compared to previous years, but I don't think we have, especially like on Horizon Draha. I don't think there was any underwater there, although there could be. I have no idea, guys, but definitely looks interesting, underwater combat in zombies. We have spiders, which definitely looks to be pretty interesting, because these may be the new hellhounds. Like, every map has that kind of a thing. Like, a special round will come up where these special creatures will come out, like whether it's hellhounds or thinking back to like Die Rise, for example, where you had those like monkey things that were like teleporting and doing kung fu and whatnot at you, and every map seems to have that kind of a system to it. So spiders may be that for this map, or they may just be part of the map as a whole. You know, maybe if you're doing part of the Easter egg, spiders come out, or maybe if you just go to a certain area of the map, spiders are there. Like, who knows, right? Who knows? But there's definitely going to be spiders, which honestly, they are really hammering home this entire idea of the Island of Despair. If you guys don't know, Zetsubou No Shima apparently means Island of Despair, and they said this is one of the, I'm actually quoting here, one of the scariest maps that they've done, fundamentally scary and unnerving. It looks to be like that, and for me personally, I don't like spiders. I freaking hate spiders. And so the fact they're making giant spiders, I'm not going to be a big fan of that. That's going to be kind of creepy, especially if they make noises, especially if they ever have a cinematic scene where, like, for whatever reason, you're, like, tied down or something like that, and then a spider, like, comes at you, like, from, like lowers himself down to you. Oh, no. Oh, man, that sounds awful. But yeah, so there are going to be spiders, of course, here. And we, of course, also have this downed airplane. I want to point this out because this may, once again, be part of the Easter egg. I'm not an Easter egg kind of guy, or it just may be a scripted event. But you have this airplane that goes down and essentially becomes a trap, which is pretty interesting. So that says to me it may be a dynamic thing. It could happen on round 1. You see this airplane crashing down in the distance. We had another map that was like that, didn't we? Jog my memory for you guys in the comments. Wasn't there another map where you saw like a plane or something go down like right there on round 1? It was like the opening thing to the map. I don't know why I can't think of it right now, but I can't. So let me know about that in the comment section below. But there's a down plane, right? It could happen on round 1, could happen as part of the Easter egg, could be a scripted event that happens after you do something. Who knows, right? I don't know. But apparently it's going to turn into a trap. But it appears to me, anyway, that trap may not actually be there the entirety of the time. There's also a number of traps that we saw throughout the entirety of this trailer that is just going to essentially chop up zombies into little tiny bits, which definitely looks to be pretty cool. And then the last thing that I actually like to point out here before the end of the video is going to be the super zombie or boss zombie, whichever you want to call it. This big ugly guy. I mean, look at him, for crying out loud. This thing's horrifying, right? I don't know what it's about. Once again, might be part of the Easter egg, might be part of just a standard game, might just be a boss zombie. They're definitely adding in the idea of boss zombies a lot more in Call of Duty Zombies. For a while there, we never had boss zombies. It just wasn't a thing. And then over the years, I honestly think this was a community-driven thing. Over the years, a lot of custom zombies maps, modded maps that fans made for the PC version of Call of Duty World at War, they continued to add boss zombies. That was like a recurring mechanic in a lot of custom zombies maps. And then suddenly, Treyarch is starting to add some of the stuff into their maps as well. I feel as though they're borrowing ideas. I'm just saying. But I think that's going to be pretty cool that we're going to have a boss zombie of some description. It kind of adds another layer, another element to the zombies map. And overall, I'm just really looking forward to Zetsubou No Shima, otherwise known as the Island of Despair, because once again, it's going to be set on the same island, from what I understand. I could be wrong about that. Once again, not a lore guy. As Shidonuma from Call of Duty World at War, which is my personal favorite zombies map in Call of Duty history. I did a top 10 zombies maps video way back when, and in fact, spoiler, it was number 1. And so to have another map that's gonna be kind of same in terms, at least in terms of its aesthetic, in terms of like the location that we're at, that's gonna be pretty interesting to me. But of course, it's going to be completely different. It's gonna have a lot of different mechanics. It's going to be very interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing on this map, especially once it comes out for the Xbox, so I can actually play it with my friends and whatnot, because none of my friends actually play on PlayStation. So, well, actually, my cousin plays on PlayStation. Maybe I can get him and some of his friends to play when the map comes out. We'll have to see how that's going to go. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude my little review/breakdown of the Zetsubou No Shima reveal trailer that we got here, of course, for the Eclipse DLC. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and if you did, drop me a rating and let me know in the comment section below, because I'm sure I missed some things from this trailer. Let me know what things I may have missed and point out for those of us who didn't see them, so we all have an idea what's happening when this map actually releases. Once again, guys, hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.